In the golden age of British television, where storytelling was both an art and a cultural force, one voice stood out, weaving magic into the hearts of audiences young and old. Ray Brooks, with his warm, inviting narration in Mr. Benn and his commanding performances in gritty dramas like Cathy Come Home and Big Deal, was a chameleon of the screen, a true craftsman whose career spanned 5 decades. From the vibrant streets of Brighton to the sound stages of London, Ray's journey was one of resilience, talent, and a quiet devotion to his craft. His roles in EastEnders, The Knack, and How to Get It, and Doctor Who films made him a beloved figure, but it was his voice, rich, comforting, and unforgettable, that became a cornerstone of British culture. On August 9, 2025, at the age of 86, Ray Brooks passed away, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire. Today, we're diving deep into the extraordinary life of Ray Brooks, his cause of death, his age, his family, his net worth, his lifestyle, and the biography of a man whose work touched generations. So, settle in, and let's honor a legend whose voice still echoes, as if by magic. Raymond Michael Brooks was born on April 20, 1939, in Brighton, Sussex, England, a seaside town bursting with charm and character. The son of a merchant seaman, whose long voyages left Ray and his mother to forge a tight bond, Ray grew up in a working-class family where money was tight but dreams were boundless. Brighton's lively atmosphere, its pier, its bustling promenade, its theaters, ignited Ray's imagination from a young age. He'd wander the streets, soaking in the energy of a town that felt like a stage waiting for his performance. At Brighton Grammar School, he was a bright but restless student, more drawn to drama than textbooks. By his mid-teens, he was performing in local theater productions, his natural charisma shining through in school plays and community shows. In a 2010 Sussex Life interview, Ray recalled his early days with a chuckle. "I was so naive. I thought casting directors would just come knocking." But his talent was undeniable, and his persistence led him to London, where he trained at the Bristol Old Vic Theatre School, honing the skills that would make him a household name. Ray's career began in the early 1960s, a time when British television and cinema were exploding with creativity. He landed small roles in films like HMS, Defiant 1962 alongside Alec Guinness, and Play It Cool 1962 with Billy Fury, cutting his teeth in the industry. His first major break came with the BBC dramedy Taxi, 1963-64, where he starred as Terry Mills, a young cabbie mentored by Sadie James. The show, blending humor and heart, showcased Ray's ability to hold his own against comedy legends. Around the same time, he appeared as Norman Phillips in Coronation Street 1963-64, a stint that introduced him to soap opera fans and hinted at his versatility. In 1965, Ray's career soared with Richard Lester's The Knack, and How to Get It, where he played Tolan, a suave, manipulative womanizer in a comedy that captured the spirit of swinging London. Starring alongside Rita Tushingham and Michael Crawford, Ray's performance was magnetic, and the film's Palme d'Or win at Cannes solidified his status as a rising star. In 1966, he took on the role of David Campbell in Daleks' Invasion Earth 2150 AD, a Doctor Who spin-off film, bringing intensity to a cult classic. That same year, he delivered a heart-wrenching performance as Reg Ward in the BBC's Cathy Come Home, a Ken Loach-directed teleplay about homelessness that shocked the nation and influenced UK housing policy. Ray's portrayal of a husband grappling with poverty was raw and unforgettable, cementing his reputation as a dramatic heavyweight. The 1970s marked a new chapter for Ray, as he embraced voice work that would define his legacy. In 1971, he became the narrator for Mr. Benn, David McKee's animated series about a bowler-headed man who embarked on magical adventures. Ray's warm, engaging voice brought the stories to life, with his iconic catchphrase, "as if by magic," resonating with generations of children. His sons, Will and Tom, told the BBC in 2025 that Ray considered Mr. Benn his proudest role, as fans approached him for decades to recite the line. Only 13 episodes were made, but they were repeated twice yearly for 21 years, embedding Ray's voice in British culture. He also narrated King Rollo 1980, a charming children's series, and read over 30 stories for Jackanory, captivating young audiences with his storytelling. His voiceover work extended to commercials for Guinness, Marmite, Whiskas, and R. White's Lemonade. His familiar tone, a comforting presence in homes across the UK. Ray's film roles continued, including a memorable turn as Giorgio, a cheeky waiter, in Carry On Abroad 1972, and parts in Pete Walker's horror films The Flesh and Blood Show 1972 and House of Whipcord 1974, showcasing his range across genres. The 1980s brought Ray to new heights with Big Deal 1984 to 86, a BAFTA-nominated dramedy where he starred as Robbie Box, a small-time poker gambler navigating life's ups and downs. The role, blending humor and pathos, was a career highlight, earning Ray widespread praise. He followed it with Running Wild 1987 to 89, playing Max Wild, and from 1980 to 1985, he portrayed Detective Sergeant Dave Brooke in BBC Radio's Detective, a role revived on BBC Radio 4 Extra since 2013. In 2005, Ray joined EastEnders as Joe Macer, a character who married Pauline Fowler Winnie Richard and met a tragic end in 2007, killing her with a frying pan before falling to his death from a window. The dramatic exit shocked fans, but Ray's nuanced performance made Joe unforgettable. His later roles included 2,000 Acres of Sky 2002-3 as Dr. Ken Corfield and a 2016 voice part as Drax in Doctor Who, The Fourth Doctor Adventures. He also starred in stage productions, notably C.P. Taylor's and A Nightingale Sang with Patricia Routledge, and continued voice work into his 80s, including narrations for documentaries and radio plays. On August 9, 2025, Ray Brooks passed away at 86 in his Brighton home, surrounded by his family, after a short illness, as confirmed by his sons Will and Tom to the BBC. They revealed Ray had been living with dementia in his final years, and his death was attributed to complications from this condition, likely Lewy body dementia, per Wikipedia and The Times. This progressive neurological disorder, which can cause memory loss, hallucinations, and physical decline, was not explicitly named but aligns with his symptoms. The family's statement described Ray as passing peacefully, a reflection of his calm spirit. Tributes flooded in, with The Hollywood Reporter praising his remarkable 5-decade career and posts on X calling him the voice of our childhoods. Wendy Richards' former EastEnders co-star Todd Carty tweeted, "Ray was a gentleman and a talent who brought joy to millions." Fans shared memories of Mr. Benn, with one X post saying, "His voice was like a warm hug from childhood." His death, alongside other recent losses in British entertainment, marked a poignant moment as National World noted the fading of a golden era. Ray's family was his cornerstone. He married Sadie Elcombe in 1963 at a Willesden registry office, wearing a borrowed BBC suit from his girl on a roof filming. Their 62-year marriage was a testament to their love, producing 3 children: Emma, who tragically passed away in 2003, and sons Will and Tom. Ray was a devoted father, and his son's statement to the BBC highlighted his 3 true loves: family, Fulham FC, and Brighton. The loss of Emma was a profound grief, yet Ray and Sadie found strength in their sons and grandchildren, whose details remain private. Ray's bond with Sadie was unwavering, and they lived together in Brighton, where he felt most at home. His sons recalled his storytelling sessions with them as children, reading Mr. Benn scripts with the same magic he brought to the screen. The family's tribute emphasized Ray's desire to shun the limelight, a choice that kept his personal life grounded despite his fame. Ray Brooks's net worth was estimated at $1-2 million at his death, according to Biography. His wealth stemmed from his extensive acting career, including TV roles in Coronation Street, EastEnders, and Big Deal, films like The Knack and Carry On Abroad, and voiceovers for Mr. Benn, King Rollo, and commercials. Royalties from Mr. Benn's repeated airings and radio work like Detective added to his earnings. He owned a modest home in Brighton, reflecting a lifestyle that prioritized family over extravagance. Ray's financial success was notable but understated, as he invested in passions like supporting Fulham Football Club, where he was a lifelong season ticket holder at Craven Cottage, often cheering alongside Will and Tom. Ray's lifestyle was a blend of simplicity and passion. Brighton remained his home, where he and Sadie enjoyed walks along the seafront, the salty air a reminder of his roots. His love for Fulham FC was legendary. He'd recount matches with the same enthusiasm he brought to acting, as Will shared in a 2025 Brighton and Hove News interview. Ray's career took him to London studios and theaters, but he always returned to Brighton, where he felt grounded. In a 2017 The Guardian interview about Mr. Benn, he said, "Narrating those stories felt like inviting kids into a world of wonder." He recorded voiceovers from a home studio in later years, maintaining his craft despite dementia's challenges. Ray's faith, though not publicly detailed, likely offered solace, as his sons noted his peaceful passing. His dementia limited public appearances, but he found joy in family moments, watching football, sharing stories, and reliving his career through fan letters. Ray Brooks's legacy is a cornerstone of British culture. His Mr. Benn narration made him a childhood icon, its 13 episodes a timeless treasure. Cathy Come Home sparked social change, while Big Deal and EastEnders showcased his dramatic depth. His Palme d'Or winning role in The Knack and stage work with Patricia Routledge highlighted his versatility. To Sadie, Will, and Tom, Ray was a husband and father whose warmth filled their Brighton home. His son's words capture his essence. He was a simple, honest actor with a voice that stayed in our memories. Ray's story teaches us to tell stories that resonate, cherish our loved ones, and find magic in the everyday, just as he did with every, as if by magic, adventure. Thank you for joining me in celebrating the extraordinary life of Ray Brooks. If his journey warmed your heart, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Let's keep his voice alive, echoing through the stories we love. Until next time, find the magic in your own journey.